A longtime fixture of Robbinsdale's downtown business scene will soon close its doors. Robbinsdale Marine is shutting down after serving customers for more than 50 years. Jason Malello takes a look at the reason for the closure.
Well, at one time, everybody in this area, everybody had boats.
Mark Toomey bought Robbinsdale Marine 19 years ago.
I'm a small engine guy.
Toomey and his technicians have serviced countless lawnmowers, snowblowers, and boat motors.
2014 was our best year, and ever since then, it's been kind of declining.
But come May, Robbinsdale Marine will close.
I'm getting tired, body's wore out. Gotta say it's time to quit.
Business has slowly declined for Robbinsdale Marine, largely the result of changing weather patterns.
Last summer, the drought was bad enough where we had no work. You know, if you're making $50 a day, you're lucky, and that doesn't pay your lights, your heat, nothing.
Welna Hardware bought the Robbinsdale Marine building. Welna plans to move most of its lawn and garden business to this space.
It's very exciting because we just have heard it over and over again. We wish you carried live plants, but we just didn't have room for it.
Welna Hardware packs a lot of stuff into its current building.
If you're looking for that one hard to find item, chances are you're going to walk in here and they're going to point you right to it.
The new space will give Welna more parking and room to showcase its grills and spices.
So we got the Green Mountain grills, we've got Traeger, we've got Weber.
Mark's been talking to me about it. If you're gonna sell it, I want to be first one to buy it. Came to the point where we're following behind far enough where you gotta say, it's time to get out.
Mark Toomey says closing is mostly an economic decision.
A lot of people will miss it, there's no doubt.
But it's still emotional.
I got a lot of people I got to be really good friends with, and that part would be tough. I've seen a lot of them come and go. You know, ones that have passed and stuff like that were really good friends. That'd be a tough thing. You'll miss that.
Jason Malello, CCX News, Robbinsdale.
Robbinsdale Marine plans to take new orders until mid-April and then spend a few weeks cleaning up before the shop officially closes in late May. A business CCX News has featured in the past says it's been impacted by a scam. Dancing Bear Chocolate, located just across the Robbinsdale border in North Minneapolis, is not taking phone calls for the time being because they say a scammer is using its phone number. The Robbinsdale residents who run the small shop say they've been receiving 20 to 30 calls a day from callers thinking it's an online shoe company. The small business owners became so frustrated it had to stop taking calls and contacted the Minnesota Attorney General's office. The business says it would like to keep its phone number, but so far the issue has not been resolved. The Robbinsdale School District will no longer require masks inside school buildings and buses. The change took effect this Thursday. The state's test positivity rate is at 5.1%, the lowest since early August. Hospitalizations also continue to level off. Only one school in the CCX News viewing area reported at least 5 COVID cases in the 2 most recent reporting periods. That was Osseo High School. The superintendent of Robbinsdale Schools says the district continues to face staffing shortages.
We're at between 6 and 7% of unfilled positions in the district right now. And at its worst, we were having a very difficult time having subs filling in for our teachers when they couldn't be there.
Superintendent David Engstrom tells the Robbinsdale Council that the worst shortages came a few weeks ago during the peak of the Omicron variant. The district also continues to cope with a school bus driver shortage. The district has cut routes and has vans in place to help pick up students when routes are canceled. A group of middle school students in Plymouth will have an opportunity to compete against some of the brightest minds in the country. In this week's School Spotlight, Delane Cleveland takes us to Wayzata Central Middle School, where the Science Bowl team just earned a significant honor.
Factor the following quadratic equation: x squared plus 6x plus 9.
Within the walls of Wayzata Central Middle School, a group of students are busy preparing
X.
That is correct, x, tornado.
For one of the biggest competitions of their lives.
If you count from 1 to 100, how many 9s will you pass on the way?
This is the school's Science Bowl team, which took first place at the Regional Middle School Science Bowl on February 12th.
I was actually shocked that we'd won because we were all really nervous for this. And so when we found out that we won, it was amazing.
Okay, toss-up math, short answer.
The key to success for these students is motivation. They happen to love science and math, which makes studying the topic a lot easier.
They practice on their own, they study packets on their own, they study different topics on their own, and we as coaches really just kind of facilitate a lot of it.
While the local competition may be over, they have a bigger goal in mind. Their win last month qualified them for the National Science Bowl in Washington, D.C.
W, plasma cells.
They're now getting ready for that big day.
You try to do a few practice questions, and if you do enough of that stuff, it really helps you. It's and even if you don't know the answer for other questions, it helps you make educated guesses and get the answers correct.
Each of the students on the Science Bowl team brings a different skill set to the table.
Math and then some miscellaneous stuff.
I would say physics and chemistry.
Biology and somewhat earth science.
But it's the job of the team captain to ultimately decide which answer the team goes with in the heat of competition.
Whenever we're asked a question, even if it's not our strength, we still listen to everyone. Oftentimes we figure out even if that wasn't what you studied, you're still right, and it enriches everyone's experience.
Earth and space multiple choice.
It remains to be seen how these students do when they face off against the rest of the nation.
Okay, here we go.
But a lack of preparation certainly won't be an issue.
But I would love to win as a team.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
The answer is what? Zia Minx.
Every year, Education Minnesota honors the top teachers, and they've narrowed down their Teacher of the Year candidates to 25 semifinalists. 3 are from our area. They include Mary Betland, who teaches English and Language Arts at Jackson Middle School in Champlin, Lauren Hoof, who teaches kindergarten at Birch Grove Elementary in Brooklyn Park, and Eric Zuccola, who teaches English at Cooper High School. The finalists will be announced in March.